What is going on, guys and girls and people of the internet? My name is of course BPRGaming, and today I will be bringing you a video on the top 10 suits that I want to see in the new Spider-Man PS4 game coming out on the 7th of September 2018. So if you guys do want to enjoy the video, then click the like button down below and also subscribe to the channel. It's free and allows you to stay up to date with the latest Spider-Man news and informational videos. Also guys, while you're at it, why not click that bell notification so you can actually get this content as soon as it is released. So without further ado guys, let's get straight into the video. So guys and girls, the time is upon us where we can start our speculation train, onto which we will have some new information coming out soon with the new Game Informer magazine. We have already had confirmed 3 suits. We have the classic Spider-Man suit, we have the Spider-Man Noir suit, and of course we have the Spider-Man Punk Rocker suit, which just looks amazing. There's also been a leaked suit, which I'm not going to say because Sony last time gave me 2 copyright strikes, but other than that, it's completely fine. So guys and girls, what are we going into today? We're going to be going into the suits that have been confirmed and the suits that I want to see and many of you in the community want to see. I'll be giving a backstory into these suits as well as what the suits can do and how I think they could implement them into the game. So guys, if you go on to enjoy the video, again, subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter, I post daily. Also, it's a new Twitter account, so get me up to 100 followers. That would be amazing. It's at BPRGaming YT. So let's get on with the first costume. Now this costume has already been confirmed and it is the Spider-Man Noir costume. There have been a few different takes on what a noir version of Spider-Man would look like, which isn't hard to understand. Who wouldn't want to reimagine Spider-Man as a shadowy vigilante in America's 1930s world of organized crime? Now in the comics, Peter gains his powers in a similar way, but turns everything from a leaf jacket to vest to donning his Uncle Ben's airman jacket from World War I. The signature though has to be the goggles worn in place of a futuristic set of white lenses. Note that goons or booze runners have much of a chance to enjoy the style before being pulled or thrown into the dark corner by an unseen assailant. Now guys, I actually don't think Spider-Man Noir has web shooters in this, but maybe that could be implemented in the game. He also does have a gun, which definitely will not be used in this Marvel game. Marvel want to go with Spider-Man friendly, he does not kill. However, it could maybe be used as a stun gun. We don't know. This suit looks very good for the stealthy missions and more brutal takedowns, which we will see in Spider-Man PS4. Now the next suit is of course the Iron Spider suit. Now in the comic book version of Marvel's Civil War, it was Tony Stark who stood on the wrong side of the issue at hand, in practice, if not in ideals. But then it's hard to actually see Captain America as the bad guy when he's literally fighting for freedom. But Stark had more than a few powerful heroes pulled to his side in the conflict, with none of them more influential than the Spider-Man. Not only did he join Tony's fight, but publicly unmasked himself to show commitment to his belief in heroes going public. It also landed him a new suit of armor with which to aid Iron Man in combat, built out of cutting-edge materials, sporting a similar paint job to the Iron Man armor and a set of controllable robotic arms. It was without a doubt the most functional of Peter's costumes, granting him even more limbs and senses with which to dominate a fight. But who Spidey was fighting became the problem, which meant tossing aside the armor when he defected to Cap's secret Avengers. This suit is straight from Iron Man, meaning it has all of Iron Man's abilities. It has repulsors, it has a Jarvis system, it has full pelt body armor, repulsors, I've said repulsors about twice now, it has rocket boots which will send you flying into the air, and of course it has the spider arms. There's 3 of them which interact exactly pretty much like Dr. Octopus's tentacle arms, metal things from the Spider-Man 2 movie, and of course the comics. This suit may or may not have been confirmed already, but I'm not going to say that here, I'm not going to show anything because I'm going to get copyright strike again. This suit is going to be incredibly fun to play as, and I believe it's straight from the movie, so that's fun to see. Already 2 costumes in the game. Now the next suit we have is the Fear itself, which is the Asgardian armor. Now when an ancient Asgardian threatened to drown Earth in fear, the Avengers needed some magical backup. Not another hero, but hardware, with Tony Stark developing enchanted weapons and armor from the universe's greatest magical smiths. For Spider-Man, this meant a suit of Uru, the metal substance used by Asgardians due to its potency and magic, glowing with invincibility and complete with 2 blades mounted on either wrist, giving Peter Parker the arsenal needed to save the World Tree. The suit was destroyed when the Avengers won the fight to make sure they only existed to serve their purpose, meaning Spider-Man's time with the strength of a god was short-lived. This suit looks insane and it looks really close to the big time suit from the comics, and it's incredibly bright and also with that stealthy look to it, which I think looks amazing. Of course he has the classic web suiters, but of course he now has the claws, which are used in combat, definitely won't be used in a game because of their lethal, you know, ability to stab someone. But the suit itself is made of god level tier armor, meaning it is invincible, meaning if Spider-Man wears this, he's invincible. Nothing can attack him, well, nothing can hurt him, but it means this suit would be incredibly overpowered for the game. It'd be great to just see the suit actually in it, not for the invincibility, but of course just the look of it, because it will look so cool for stealthy missions, and you can just pretend to be a god whilst playing as Spider-Man. Now the next one we have is the Spidey Armor Mark III. If there's one thing scarier than a supervillain, it's 6 of them joining forces. Now when Peter Parker was faced with the job of doing just that, he called on his insurance policy, the tank armor tailor made for such a challenge. Strong enough to withstand the Rhino, insulated from Electro, with tech to take down Sandman, lenses to see through mysterious magic, and knock out web cannons, the Mark III armor was truly a thing of beauty. Now you guys may have seen this suit in in the Amazing Spider-Man games, as it's just called, it's just used as a suit. But as we know guys, 3 of these villains are in the game already, Rhino, Electro, probably Sandman and Mysterio. They are pretty much already confirmed to be in the game, so why would we not see this suit? Spider-Man PS4 is going to be a full game about the main characters and how they all interact with each other, but the side quests, the other missions and villains that Spider-Man takes on will be a major player in how the game progresses, and I feel like if we got this suit, it would be fun to play as, and of course to take down the Sinister Six. Next we have my favourite suit of all time, which is this symbiote or black suit. At this point, no fan of the friendly neighbourhood web slinger needs to be told what the symbiote, known to his friends as the alien being that gave birth to Venom, is, since its influence on Peter Parker and the hero's world has been documented in almost every medium possible. It all started by latching onto Peter's suit and making it seem a bit cooler. Once the hooks were in, it went to work corrupting Peter until it went searching for a more fitting host. But that didn't kill the black suit for good. In the years since, Peter has found more than a few reasons to dust off his black fabric suit, whether it was reflecting his mood or the mission at hand. But one thing is clear, when Peter decides that it's time to put on a black costume, it isn't good news for anyone, obviously except for us. Now the black suit enhances his speed, his agility, his strength, and of course all of his senses. The black suit is built for these big going in, taking down missions, and of course stealthy missions. I have no doubt in mind that this suit will be in the game, as it is the #1 suit that fans always want in a Spider-Man game. It's pretty much been in all of them since Spider-Man 3, just because it's such a big player for the franchise. Again, Insomniac, if Venom is in the game, drop us a little hint, that would be great. Now up next we have what I think could be the coolest looking suit, which is the big time or the stealth suit. So when a new villain manages to get the upper hand on Peter Parker, a suit designed for the new threat isn't too far behind. But when the Hobgoblin relied on his lunatic laugh to incapacitate Peter, he designed a suit that would bend sound and even light around him. Aside from looking like it jumped right out of Tron, this suit rendered the web slinger truly invisible, using tech and tricks he picked up from 2 other Avengers, the original Ant-Man Hank Pym and Iron Man himself. Now, this is a suit Peter made. As we know, Spider-Man's job has not been revealed yet, but we do know the Avengers Tower and of course the Sanctum Sanctorum is in the game, meaning that Doctor Strange and Iron Man himself could possibly be in the game. Now if this is true, maybe Spider-Man Peter Parker is working for Tony Stark, who knows of his spider-like outgoings, shall we say, and allows him to create this suit that will maybe help him take down a villain that we will see in the game. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. This suit to me looks like the true stealth suit, which I would love to use in a game. Plus it looks freaking amazing with the red onto black glowy light things. So cool. Now up next we have the Future Foundation suit. Now when Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, kicked the bucket, his last request was that Spider-Man join up with Mr. Fantastic's Future Foundation team. He made good on the request, but decided a new suit was needed to fit in with the clean, futuristic black and white color scheme. The red and blue are Spidey's signature, but the minimalistic suit in both white and black is one future web slinger we could get used to. There's not much to say about this suit. It has all of the same mod abilities that Spider-Man has, except it's now done in this cool futuristic black and white color scheme. It would just be a cool suit to see. You know, all these suits are amazing anyway, but these different color schemes, adding in some different Marvel heroes, would be cool to see in the franchise. Now up next, we have the bombastic Bagman suit. Now it's a question every Spider-Man fan asks eventually. Does Peter just carry his suit with him wherever he goes? Not in the comics. Peter first had to improvise when Mr. Fantastic revealed that his new black suit was an alien parasite wearing a spare Fantastic Four uniform with a bag over his head to protect his identity. You'd think it wouldn't be a rare move, but when Spider-Man had $1 million bounty on his head, Peter actually decided to repeat the costume minus the uniform, with only pants and a paper bag. Peter's career as the bombastic Bagman was over the second it started. This would just be an insanely funny suit to see. Now I don't think we would see him with the Fantastic Four costume on. We would definitely see him in the underwear one, which would just be hilarious to see, swinging around as Spider-Man in your underwear and a paper bag. That's just hilarious. If you complete a serious mission, and let's say you have to kiss Mary Jane or whatever, and you're wearing this costume, then my god, would it be hilarious. Now up next, we have Identity Crisis. Why choose one alternate Spider-Man suit when you can get 4 in a single story? For those unfamiliar with Identity Crisis storyline, the drama begins when that same bounty on Spidey's head mentioned above forces him to get creative. That is, more creative than just putting a paper bag on his head. Instead of choosing one superhero alter ego to play in the meantime, Peter flexes his creative muscles and then some, creating the identities of Dusk, Ricochet, Hornet, and Prodigy. Making sure not to use all of his powers as any other identity, the story and action are incredibly original take on a superhero's powers defining their actual role. Using his talent for stealth, Dusk becomes a hero who's almost invisible. Relying on his acrobatics, Spidey senses, and gift for coordination, he becomes a master of deflection and hand-to-hand combat. As Prodigy, Peter got to play the classic superhero demigod role, exercising his muscles and do-gooder instincts. As Hornet, well, who wouldn't want to use a jetpack if they could? After all, it was the 90s. So the last and final suit, guys, we have is the superior Spider-Man suit. Now, when Dr. Otto Octavius took over Peter Parker's body and left the hero's consciousness in his own body, he wasn't expecting his host's memories or fashion sense to stick around. Nevertheless, Doc Ock saw the error of his ways, seeking to do more good than Peter Parker ever had. He started strong, crafting a brand new suit that is clearly riffing on the version worn by Miles Morales, but simplified with robotic legs stemming from his back. We suppose it's sort of Doc Octopus's trademark. It may not be the most groundbreaking, outrageous, or ambitious in the bunch, but after so many years and so many redesigns and reboots, the fact that the storytellers were able to come up with a cool look that simply hadn't been tried before is hard to believe. Now, I like the superior Spider-Man suit, however, I feel like if they just got rid of the arms, then it would be perfect for me. Like, we already have a suit that has the arms, which is the Iron Spider suit. I feel like this one could just be more of a, you know, a kind of bad Spider-Man suit, like someone who's just a Peter Parker who's just pissed off to the brim with all the villains, and he's just like, no, screw you guys, I'm gonna do what I can right now. I will just wreck you if possible. So guys and girls, to end this off, I want to know in the comment section down below, what suit do you want to see in the Spider-Man PS4 game? Also guys, are you excited for the game? Drop me a comment as well. But guys and girls, if you have enjoyed this video, click that like button down below. Remember, follow me on Twitter at BPRGaming and also subscribe for more Spider-Man PS4 content. Also guys, hit that bell button down below to be notified when I upload. Hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.